Everybody, this is Leetcode SQL question 184, department highest salary. I'll be using Postgres as my dialect here. So let's just read the question. So we've got an employee table which has four columns, and it has an ID column, which is an integer, which is the primary key, and a name which stores the name of the employee. We've got salary, which is an integer, which is the we can say the salary the employee draws, and department ID, which is the ID of the department the employee belongs to. And in the second table, which is department, we've got two columns, which is just the ID, the primary key of that table, and we've got the name, a varchar or a string, which stores the name of the department. And we're asked to write a solution to find all the employees who have the highest salary in each of the departments. And we can return the result in any order. And let's just look at an example here. So we've got an employee table, and we have five employees here. And if we just look at in the department table, we have two departments. We've got IT and sales. And in the output, we can see that Jim from IT makes 90,000. We got Henry from the sales department making 80,000, and we have Max here from the IT department making 90,000. And so one thing we have to take care is, even though they draw the same values, right? We just don't return any employee. We just return both the employees with the same salary, and that's the question, right? So let's just look at the solution now. So this is my intuition, right? So if you had a table, let's say the question said, this is how the table looked, and I want you to fetch all the employees who, exactly the same question, right? To find the employees who have the highest salary in each of the departments. And this is what the question gave, right? So let's say the question gave this, the department, and let's say the employee name, or let's just call it department name, and they gave the salary and the rank, right? And let's just have some sample values. So I've got IT here, and let's say the employee name is Jim, and Jim draws, let's say, 90K, and we've got a rank of one, and we can say, let's say Joe's in the same IT department. Let's just do this. We have, let's say, Joe, and Joe here makes 70K, and obviously Joe would have a rank of 2. And let's just do one for sales column also. So we got department name as sales, and we would have for sales, let's say, Henry here, and Henry here draws 80K, and obviously for Henry the rank would be 1 because they're in different departments, right? So if this is the case, right, all we have to fetch is select, let's say, star from, or we'll just call this a subtable, which is something we'll construct in a minute. So all we have to do is select star from subtable where rank equals 1, because all we care about is the employees with the highest salary, right? Or we just converted that highest salary constraint into a column with, and the column name, where the column name is rank, right? And so this is just our solution. Now, if we are able to construct this table, and that's all we need to do for this question. So I'm going to write a CTE for this. So I'm going to say with subtable as, and how do I construct this, right? I need the department and the employee name in a single table, and in the question it's in different tables, so we kind of need to join these, right? So I'm going to say select something from the employee table. So I'm going to say from employee E, I'm going to say join on the department table. I'm going to give it an alias D on E.department ID equals D.ID. And we've joined the tables, and what values we need to fetch. We need the department name. So I'm going to say D.department name, or D.name as department name, and we need the employee name. So I'm going to say E.employee name, or E.name, that's the name, that's the column name in the employee table here. So we're going to say E.name as employee name, and we need salary. So I'm going to say E.salary as, let's just call it salary, And now we need to construct the rank, right? We do not have rank, or the question does not provide the rank. So how do I construct this, right? Now, because we know the rank is, and we have this constraint here, right? If we look at an example here, even though they have same salaries, we have to fetch them. And so in our end query, we have where rank equals 1. So we kind of know we have to assign the same rank for the same salaries. So how do I do this? I'm going to apply the dense rank function on this, and I'm going to say, or what do I need to apply, right? What constraints do I have to apply? So the first constraint is, if you look at this result that we created, the rank 1, the employees with rank 1 should appear on top. So, and on what basis are they appearing? Based on the salary column and in the descending order, right? So I'm going to say order by e dot salary, and in the descending order, I'm going to say the ESC. And what other constraint do I have for different departments, right? For different departments, I need different rank orders, right? So if you have sales here, we do not want this to be 2 or something 3, right? We need it to be 1. So I need to partition this by, or divide it by, the department ID, right? So I'm going to say partition by d.id, and there we have this. So for each department, we have separate, we divide it by department, and the ordering is done based on the salary column here. So let's just try and read this. We got a subtable, which is this that we created. We've got the department name, employee name, and we have a salary, and we construct the rank using this syntax here. And we join these two tables to kind of bring in both values from each table. And in the final query, we just fetch all columns here, which is not we want. I'm going to give it an alias st. I'm going to say st dot, we need the except for the rank column, right? So I'm going to say we need st dot department name, as I'll just say department, which is, that's what they want in the result. So I'll just format this. I'm going to say st dot employee name as employee, and I'm going to say st.salary as salary. And those are the columns that I need from my subtable. Let me just see this. We've got employee, we've got join here, and we join this based on the department ID and the d.id. And let's just try and run this, see if there are any errors. There is an error here, so okay, we need to comment this out, and we'll just try that again. And the test case has been accepted. We'll just try and submit this now. And the submission works, right? So this is the solution that I have. There are multiple solutions for this using where clause, where you fetch the employees to the high salary. Maybe you can use the max function or something like that. This is my solution. Thank you for watching.